I know they call Boston the hub, but it's not. It's just the north side of everything else. That's why I call it Edge City. I'm the wrong hero, and I know my cities. I grew up in Motor City, not Detroit, a gigantic motor. I live next to the Pistons. I got their autograph. I used to be a car salesman. My favorite line was, "That's not a rust hole, that's a cat door. I'm gonna charge you $500 extra for that." Yeah, I'll tell you, you know you're in Boston when a woman almost runs you over when you're crossing the street and she's flirting with you. So welcome to Edge City. I'm the wrong hero, and people have often expressed the wish that I would get out of town. My answer to those individuals is, gladly. How? How? You can try taking Massachusetts Avenue, right? Talk about shock corridor, it's like this. Then you get on the Southeast Expressway, and you get those big bumps going south. It's like, I tell you, people drive like maniacs on the Southeast Expressway. How do maniacs drive? Something like this. So, okay, maybe the Southeast Expressway isn't such a good idea between the hours of, 11 a.m. to 9 a.m. So what do? Well, you could try to be slick and take Route 2 onto Route 9, on the 93 South, on the 95 South. But you know what that means? That means that you have to drive through Harvard Square. And driving through Harvard Square is like playing a video game. Oh! There's a man eating his stomach crossing the street against traffic at 5 o'clock. Evasive action! Evasive action! So, okay, you decide to get out of town. And so far, nothing you've tried has worked. Well, there's always the Mass Pike. But I always end up taking a wrong turn. And you know where I end up half the time? Alston. I've never been there. How do I know it's Alston? Somehow, the guys with the black leather jackets and the skinheads with death tattooed on their foreheads sort of gave the whole thing away. Yeah, Alston. I got my ray gun set for back, 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 leather fletcher points. And then you get out of Alston. Welcome to historic Brookline. Brookline, the world's biggest pedestrian mall. What is this, Village in the Vaucluse? All these people sitting around on the promenade, exchanging gossip, sitting on park benches, actually laughing. Well, if you're lucky to escape Brookline, you'll end up in Brookline Village. Brookline Village. This place looks like Mayberry. I feel like going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, I got to give you a ticket for smashing head on that Jersey barrier. I got my ray gun set for, because I'm heading into JP now. You ever get the feeling when you're going up those railroad tracks that lead into JP, that no matter how far you follow them, they will always be the wrong side of the railroad tracks? Well, if you're super lucky, you might somehow end up on Route 1 South, and then on beautiful, scenic Route 1. Scenic Route 1. And you might even end up in downtown Mansfield if you don't get wiped out at the Rotary. I don't mean the Rotary Club, I mean the traffic Rotary. Nobody looks. Everybody in Massachusetts, it's like, rah, close your eyes when you go into the Rotary. That guy's got a break for you. It doesn't matter if he has the right of way or not. So you end up in Mansfield. Mansfield, beautiful Mansfield. Mansfield, it's so backwoods. The radio station has a cow for a DJ. I know this word for move over, buddy. So now you're on 95. Somehow you get on 95. And you're going 78 miles an hour. And your car's going. But you gotta speed, you gotta keep going. Because you lost so much time. So then you get pulled over by a policeman. And he says that you were weaving. Well, when that happens to me, I say, I wasn't weaving, I was knitting. And he says, how's that again? And I say to him, yeah, I was knitting. I made your wife pregnant, and I was knitting her a pair of blue baby booties because I'm so sure it's going to be a boy. How do you like that, Officer Fat Cat? Stop innocent motorists in the middle of the night for nothing? Well, I'm the wrong hero. And this is Edge City. And you are beginning to bore me. You make me nervous. Because you're evil. Greetings, Earth mutants. I am the wrong hero, and I'm here to tell you the story of Edge City. I know sign language. That's so I can bark orders at the hearing impaired. Because I'm the wrong hero, and this is the story of Edge City. I'm the wrong hero, and I've got 20/20/20 vision in 3 eyes here in Edge City. In Edge City, comedians are Cracker Barrel philosophers to the bourgeoisie, storytellers to the middle class. But I am the wrong hero. I am a reporter of human misery, which I step over your rotting carcasses to get the information for the minute they stop twitching. You heard me right. I'm the wrong hero. I'm like Angry Bob Hope. I'm the wrong hero, and I want you to remember that the wrong hero cleanses your psyche 12 ways. 20% more effectively than the leading comedian. You heard me right. I'm the wrong hero. And there's a saying, knowledge is power. But I didn't realize that until just now. I'm the wrong hero, and my life is like a Horatio Alger novel. 150 pages long and full of lies. My reforming impulses have been sucked up into a semi-therapeutic whirlpool of illicit sex, over-the-counter drugs, and 24-hour gambling. I'm the wrong hero. And I used to work for a law firm. They were called Shiny Blue Serge Suit and Tie. But I got fired Because one day I walked in wearing a turtleneck. That's the way things are in Edge City. I've been making myself a name. I've been making a name for myself in Edge City. Pest. Because I'm the wrong hero. I call up banks at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, "What are you doing with my money?" I'm sick of seeing all them baby on board stickers. So I got me a sticker for my car. It reads, "I have no job, no wife, no home, no future, and no children. So why don't you just go ahead and run me right off the road?" Here in Edge City, the motto is, "I'm not choking, I turn blue in the face for fun." Because things are tough in Edge City. It's hard to find a job. I wrote a resume. I wrote it on a nest of fire ants. But the personnel office spread boric acid around the door sills, so I doubt it'll ever get there. I'm the wrong hero, and just once I'd like to write my real resume. I have no talents that you can make money off of. Signed, the wrong hero. Here in Edge City, fools ask questions which wise men fear to answer. Don't they? Don't they? Don't they? Here in Edge City, some people call it tact, and other people call it being too chicken to say what you really think. Some people call it perseverance. Other people call it pushing yourself in, especially where you're not wanted. I'm the wrong hero, and I believe that inside of every thin woman, there's a fat man struggling to get out. Me. None of my relatives own cars, but my uncle rode in a Cadillac once. Okay, he was being taken to the poorhouse, but still. Here in Edge City, they used to burn witches. Now they just ignore them. Now you might be asking yourself, why do they call it Edge City? Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's nothing north of Edge City. In Edge City, as the great Canadian philosopher Don McLean expressed in his song American Pie, moss grows fat on a rolling stone. I parked my car on Line Street, which separates Cambridge and Somerville. I parked the front end of my car in Somerville. I parked the rear end of my car on the Somerville, Cambridge side. And you know what happened when I came back? The window was smashed on the front end of my car, and on the Cambridge side, somebody stuffed a potato in the exhaust pipe. That's just one of the many hazards to living in Edge City. And boy, I grew up in a tough neighborhood. We used to play dodgeball with cats. When we were kids, we used to give Indian burns to real Indians. We used to set the bushes on fire. We never got to the quails. Yeah, it was a tough town I grew up in. My neighborhood was a black hole. Our high school was made of antimatter. And when you graduated, as a present, they gave you a ray gun. In Edge City, sometimes people spray shaving cream into their mouths accidentally. Sometimes they do it deliberately. But the neighborhood's going upscale. Yeah, there's a Mr. Saffron that just opened down the street. Tell you something else too. My apartment smells like cat piss. And the hell of it is, I don't even have a cat. But I'll tell you one thing. In Edge City, the apartments come furnished. Which is great, because you wouldn't want to have to go out and buy cockroaches. Here in Edge City, Dante's Inferno is an owner's guide to life. In Edge City, the growth industries are bill collecting, electronic surveillance, and mortgage foreclosures. In Edge City, old friends are like old shoes. You can walk all over them. In Edge City, people don't dwell on the mistakes they made in the past because they're too busy worrying about the mistakes they're going to make in the future. In Edge City, people eat healthy food without realizing that it's just as dead as health food. In Edge City, if wishes were fishes, then beggars would die of mercury poisoning. In Edge City, if you're an aristocrat, people resent you for your fortunate circumstance. But if you're a peasant, people resent you for your vitality. In Edge City, genius is resigned and fatuity is regnant. In Edge City, if you make hay while the sun shines, somebody's probably off stealing your second job. In Edge City, people don't even have time to stop and smell the thorns. In Edge City, good things come in small packages, and bad things are buried in gigantic rusted drums made out of steel, which hold radioactive waste, which is guarded by slobbering Doberman pinchers, which is buried on the borders of your schoolyards. In Edge City, 1 out of every 8 people is unemployed, and 90% of them are conspiracy theorists because they have a lot of time on their hands. In Edge City, it used to be psychotics could listen to the voices in their heads. Now, all they have to do is tune in to WBCN on Wednesday nights to hear Howard Stern. In Edge City, if you have a nice apartment, you're paying through the nose, and you can't afford to go to fancy nightclubs. And if you have a crummy apartment, you hate it so much, you gotta spend most of your time in expensive nightclubs pissing your money away. In Edge City, people tell you, calm down, calm down. I say, if I slow down 1 minute, I'm dead meat. Because Edge City eats the fearful. In Edge City, most people have 2 jobs. I have 2 jobs. One is teaching gifted children how to act stupid in order to ensure their survival. And my second job, which is for fun, is selling the Encyclopedia Britannica to dyslexics. So tell me more about the and especially about 96. In Edge City, I walk into a restaurant and the waiter says, "Hi, my name is Tip Me Big. Can I tell you about today's special?" And I say to him, "My name is Wrong Hero. Today's special, feed me and live." 'Cause life in Edge City is hard. We are emasculated by our technology, or at least so my computer tells me. In Edge City, creativity is stifled. There's even a copyright on the copyright symbol. In Edge City, people go in for cheap sentiment because they're too stingy to buy the expensive kind. The Pope says marriage is sacred and drug addiction is grounds for divorce. The Wrong Hero says marriage is grounds for drug addiction. In Edge City, the 2 best sellers are Compulsive Reading, a must-read, and History of Dust, also a must-read. In Edge City, they don't refer to it as shit. They prefer to use the expression brown monuments to a healthy appetite. I went to the Museum of Fine Arts in Edge City. They made me check my sword at the door. Maybe they knew how tempted I would be to put the sign of Zorro on every one of the Picassos. Because life is hard in Edge City. Because Edge City is full of pettifogging bureaucrats. Edge City is full of malingering civil servants. Edge City is full of belligerent clients. Edge City is full of querulous codgers. Edge City is full of doting parents. Edge City is home to blasted hopes. Edge City is where you'll find blighted dreams. Edge City is the glass of fashion. Edge City is the picture of contentment. Even though Edge City is overrun by deranged killers, and Edge City is plagued by decaying infrastructure. In Edge City, they don't call it the Big Bang. They call it the Cosmic Belch. In Edge City, people wear earrings as if to say, let's take back our bodies by participating in a ritual of symbolic self-mutilation. In Edge City, parents tell their children not to run. But in Edge City, children are the only people who have enough energy to run. In Edge City, wealthy people get let out on bail so they can clean themselves up and put a suit on as atonement for their crimes before they have to appear before the judge. In Edge City, sports are a gigantic spectacle celebrating imperialism, where people who like to drink can use the excuse of wanting to toast their favorite team. In Edge City, democracy is inefficient. People rule by nepotism, favoritism, back-scratching, and networking. Because it may not be good, but it's easy. In Edge City, journalists get to omit inconvenient facts if they don't fit the story. In Edge City, there's a 1-cent store called Proletarians Are Us. And right across the street, there's another store, a 99-cent store called Bourgeois Hut. And right next door to that, there's a $1 million store called If You're Not Gonna Buy Anything, Get out! In Edge City, autism is a game that one can play. In Edge City, masturbation is the poor man's Nintendo. In Edge City, if you fill out your disability form in 4 different colors of ink, you're a cinch to get benefits. If Jesus came back to Edge City and got arrested, they would probably have to let him go on a technicality because nobody warned him of his Miranda rights in ancient Hebrew. In Edge City, they've got a cigarette pack the size of an artificial heart. In Edge City, people pretend to be soldiers so they can smoke in hospitals. In Edge City, the musicians from Berkeley and the physicists from MIT got together and played Beethoven's Fifth Symphony at the speed of light backwards. And by they came to the beginning, Beethoven had turned into a chimpanzee. When people from other cities meet people from Edge City, they say, "Edge City, isn't that the city that smells bad?" In Edge City, the strongest curse you can deliver to one of your foes is, "May you be reincarnated as an eternally ringing phone at the Bureau of Motor Vehicle Registries." In Edge City, they're going to open a politically incorrect ice cream store. And they'll offer all sorts of special flavors, like Alpo, Dolphin, Owl, Chaw, Mexico City exhaust fumes, and veal, plus a flavor of the month. This month, the flavor of the month is Old Testament, moth, and rust. Next month, the flavor of the month will be Neil Young, petroleum jelly, and rust. In Edge City, I used to think that the moon was following me around. Now I realize that the sun is following me around. When I die in Edge City, I want this to be the epitaph on my tombstone. You are standing on my chest because I'm the wrong hero. I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everything I do is wrong.
wrong hero.
That out, you know. Looks like stage garbage to me.
Welcome to the dads and grads sale. Yes, it's the baby boomerang. When all those kids had just squandered $100,000 of their paws, hard-earned money, get to move back home and mooch off the old man for another 5 years. The grads and dads sale. Laurie Anderson. Thank you. I am the wrong hero. Self-designated most intelligent comedian in the universe. I would tell you my higher than average IQ, but I forgot it. And you must be the famous crowd I've heard so much about. Batlash, Commander Cody, Buffalo Bill, the Owl, and Proteus, the man with 1,000 faces, and of course the man from Planet Pittsburgh, Steve Iskowich himself. I'm the wrong hero, and you won't see me in a Chinese restaurant unless they have sweet and sour death on the menu. I don't drink a pick-me-up, I drink a put-me-down, because I have a lousy attitude. And when I do drink, I drink a third eye. I hate A-E-I-O, and especially you, and sometimes why. Why? I don't know. But I will say this. I'm from Devil's Island, and he's from mine. I'll also say this. There is no life on Mars. I killed them all for being too warlike. And my motto is, suck my drug-laced nipples, Earth, filth. Because I'm the wrong hero. Why do clowns have big feet? So they can stay up after I punch them. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because I said to it, celebrities like me want you out of their way! We want you out of our way. Some people say the wrong hero is a psychotic pyromaniac. And when I find out who, I'll set their heads on fire. Oh, it's over the hill to the courthouse, over the hills and far away. And if they are not careful, I will set their head ablaze. Some people say the wrong hero is twisted and furtive. They have no right to say that, for I have struggled for years to hide from them that knowledge. And some people blame terrorism on the wrong hero. When I find out who...
Have the air conditioning on?
Not yet.
That is. How you doing, Francis?
This is the owner, so he's allowed to invade my space. For now.
Fine. off. Okay, well, this guy's gonna kill you.
But that too will change
Pull Francis down.
when I get my gun.
That's the hook.
That's right. I'm just like a bucket full of crabs. Every time I start to get out of my prison, the rest of you pull me down. It doesn't matter if you lose an arm or a leg in the process, and you will surely will.
If you tangle with the wrong hero, because like I was saying, they're blaming all that recent terrorism on me, and when I find out who it is,
I will have them put to death.
in fact, I think they should legalize the death penalty. Not because it will reduce crime. I was in a rap group. We believed that the death penalty should be legalized. And the name of our rap group was Hunger for Revenge. For revenge. For revenge. For revenge. People who tell the truth are seldom very popular. So let's kill them.
Yeah.
All three of them. I'm the wrong hero. Everything I do is monumental. 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 Every time I take a shit, I call it building brown monuments to a healthy appetite. Brown monument. Brown monument. A dog looks up to you. A cat looks down on you. I like pigs because they regard you as their equal. And mighty charitable they are at that. Because I'm the wrong hero, see? And I'm like a fox.
A dog-like creature who sticks his pointed snout into your garbage.
And I'm also like an owl.
A flat-faced son of a bitch who hoots
And endorses his own line of greasy potato chips. And I'm like an ox. My ears are full of flies. My belly is full of worms. And I smell like fecal soup. Like soup. Fecal, like soup. Fecal, like soup. And I'm also like an elephant. I'm honest. I'm original.
and I work like a slave for peanuts.
I'm the wrong hero. Only psychotics and geniuses can understand me. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to tell them apart. Do you have multiple personality disorders? Or is it just I'm the wrong hero, and I don't indulge in macho breastfeeding because I'm too macho to admit that I even have breasts. I long for the days when a guy could walk into a supermarket
And they wouldn't see those sissy powder puffs and wine coolers and Snuggles the fabric softener bear because it would be a man's supermarket. A man's supermarket. Do you understand me? Petroleum jelly, gasoline, tobacco, and firearms.
Caged gorilla, aisle 3. Galvanite and plastique, aisle 5.
Because it would be a man's supermarket. And they wouldn't sell Ben and Jerry's, Cherry Garcia, Save the Whales, Rainforest, environmental gift to the senator, profits for the environment, crap.
They'd sell a man's ice cream. Rust.
Chewing tobacco.
say to me, who do you think you are? And I say,
Shut up!
That's who I am. And people say to the wrong hero, I don't like your smart aleck attitude. And I say to them,
You said a mouthful, Mr. Big Cheese! You're the top dog in this outfit!
Your Royal Highness, can I wipe your ass for you? Governor?
I'll knock you sky west, ratchet jaw!
Quit flapping your lips, or you'll rip
Out of here like shit through a tin horn, Mr. High Muckety Muck, because in this world I am God!
And you are Joe Shit, the rag man. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't know what I think. If I knew what I really thought, I'd never be able to think to myself again. Because I don't trust the mainstream media.
I would rather get my information from my ignorant peers. So what if I fuck up? So what if I end up in a flaming car wreck because of the stupid, addled, misguided advice of my fucked up age companions?
At least I would have gone down a noble man.
A man too stubborn to know that his trachea is being crushed by a python.
People talk about the wrong hero. They say, he could have used his great power for good, to make money.
Instead, he used it selfishly to create enduring art.
I wrote my resume. And it reads like this.
Listen, you fat-ass bigot! I have no skills that you can turn to make a profit! Because I am an artist, and this resume proves it! It's written in my inimitable style on cream-colored paper, and I have seen you lurking in the bathroom with your greasy, feety-encrusted fingers! And I want you to get your filthy hands off of it!
Because it's not only my resume, but a work of art. Comprende? I wrote a message in a bottle. It said, help. I think I drank too much, and I'm going to be sick. I'm the wrong hero, and the moon follows me around because I owe it money. Want to see my tattoo? It says,
blood alcohol 0.40.
isn't that what all tattoos say? I did my laundry. My laundry is like my sex life. Happens twice a year. Takes 12 hours. Weighs 200 pounds. I was watching a documentary about garbage. And my girlfriend said,
Are you still watching that trash?
I gave her a ring for Valentine's Day. It was still around the bathtub at the time. For her birthday, I gave her some steel wool pads. They even had soap in them. I'm the wrong hero. Here to tell you that masturbation is the poor man's Nintendo. Has any blind, gutless herd follower here seen Jurassic Park? Ignorant, pitiful fools. Well, have you? Good. Because who wants to see a movie about dinosaurs? Dinosaurs were too stupid to live. What an example for our nation's youth. I want to be just like a slow, lumbering, stupid, unadaptive, cold-blooded dinosaur.
Well, in a way, you are.
Good. I hate to disappoint you. Actually, what I am is a representative of Western culture. I represent all nationalities. I am an optimistic Dane. I am a skinny Dutchman. I am a meek German. I am a cheerful Hungarian. I'm a mentally balanced Russian. Kind Turk. I'm a logical Pole. I'm an alert Spaniard. I'm an unpretentious Frenchman. I'm a quiet Greek. I'm a humble Italian. I'm an uncomplaining Brit. I'm a sober Scotchman. I'm a sweet-tempered Irishman. This portion of The Wrong Hero is brought to you by Fear Beer. What are you afraid of? Fear Beer. And by The Wrong Hero sunglasses.
They'll see. They'll all see.
And by the penis. Made for a woman. But men like it too. And now this word for save the termites. These termites are 3 days old and they've never eaten. For only 9 cents a day, you can teach them to read and write. So when they're devouring your library, they can also be getting their high school equivalency. But please send the money soon because they're eating our headquarters. And save the termites. And now, I'd like to do an impression. A speedometer. And now, an astronaut during re-entry. A dishwasher. And a fireplace. a single name, like all the greats. Chaplin, Madonna, Richard Speck,
That's two names.
yeah, but it's like one, really. And Muttley. And now, Charlie Tuna. Eat me. And now, Moody Moodpecker. And now, Hell Station presents Absent Father. Mom, where's Daddy? He's busy. What's he doing? Ignoring us. That was the heartwarming absent father. And now, movie with 3 friends in it, and one of them dies because he's completely expendable. But first, Clint Eastwood, the opera. Make my day, make my day. This is a 45 Magnum, the most powerful and weapon known to man. And you might ask yourself, pump this one question, do I feel lucky today? And now High Concept Theater presents The Flintstones crossed with Cheers. Flintstones. Bunch of fucking cavemen. Invented beer in 17 BC. Forgot the rest of history. Now this word for Canada.
Are you almost done? Do I have time to get a beer?
Go ahead, get a beer.
Oh, if I can leave you alone.
It's time to talk about Canada. Canada!
Party country extraordinaire. Ice is free and vomit freezes before it hits the ground in
Canada. And now, sports celebrity restaurant.
I'm so addled from testosterone and steroids, I can't even tie my own shoelaces, let alone cook. But I know you want to be hanging around all the real sports celebrities, so come to the sports celebrity restaurant. We can't even make an A. In a matter of fact, our brains are so scrambled from repeated blows to the head, we can't even sign our own name. But come to the ports 11 Disney. 1. And now, a moment of introspection with Transcendental Yogi Bear. Yogi, why do you wear a necktie and no other clothing? Verily it is so, because I have no neck and no visible genitalia. Cindy Bear notwithstanding. And now, the Midwesterner. Oh, darling, what are you doing there, stranger? Are you putting air in your tire? I didn't see you go into the Quick Mart and order something up. You think we just give our air out to people that come from the eastern seaboard for nothing? Sure, if some kid wants to come up here and he wants to put air in his basketball because
And now, the Southerner.
What are you doing? Get around here.
And now, Johnny Most reads nursery rhymes.
Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat fiddles, so he diddles down the court. Ow, there's Humpty Dumpty. He's standing on the wall. Ow, he fell. This is terrible. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Ow, this is terrible.
I oftentimes think of Jesus. If Jesus were alive today, I would walk up to the Lord and I would say, "Here, Lord, can I pull the fleas out of your beard?" I was thinking recently, did Mary, the Virgin Mother, drink coffee when she was pregnant with Jesus? If so, instead of being the Savior of all mankind, Jesus might have been an agent in heaven. Oh, St. Peter, listen, you're all washed up around here, see? I don't want you in the gates anymore. You can't play in the Lydian mode. All you play is the Phrygian. I want you out of here right now, okay? Listen, I want to talk to God. I want to talk to the big boys, see? No, I don't want to talk to the Virgin Mother. Put her on hold. No, I don't want to talk to Mary Magdalene. Tell her we got a date for later. Hello? Is this God? Hey, how you doing, big fella? What's that? It's your birthday? Mine too. Hey, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. Because I've given you everything else.
Including my life!
But let's let bygones be bygones. Hey, I hear there's this Chuck E. Cheese down in California where the mouse is actually hostile. He pushes the little kids around. What do you say, God? Let's go out there. That's going to be a real hoot. I'd like to end with my rendition of the immortal classic, The Hate Boat.
Jeff, don't encourage Francis, okay?
I'm sorry, it's not my name.
Hate is hailing now for you. It's hate. It's the only thing we know how to do on the hate boat. I will crush you like the ants you are. The hate boat.
From the chair.
I will crush you with my lit cigar on the hate. You are beginning to annoy me. Because you make me nervous. Because you're evil. You're evil. I'm the wrong hero, and you are tuned to Edge City, the city at the edge of the civilized world. My celebrity is a crushing burden to me, all the more so because it does not exist. Because I'm the wrong hero, and I'm hanging on to Edge City like a tick on a dog's leg. I feel like a goldfish in a goldfish bowl.
Fleshy humans! So, the question I have for Edge City is this. What am I to bid for the wrong hero? Do I hear $1? Do I hear 50 cents? Do I hear 25 cents? 10 cents? 1 cent? I'm the wrong hero, and I have this view of the press. The press are like giants copulating in a noble cause, mutual self-advancement. I don't have a window or a fireplace, but I have a television tuned to the window station and to the fireplace channel. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm as cheerful as a blizzard. And I don't want to go to Red Lobster and get 30 shrimp for $9.99 or 99 shrimp for $33 or whatever it is. For them kind of prices, I want giant. Not some insectoid crustacean. I'm the wrong hero. And I'm like a bell rung backwards. This is my den in the urban savannah. Because I'm the wrong hero. I only plagiarize from anonymous sources. Because somebody's got to take the credit. I'm the wrong hero. I'm as complicated as a phone book and as simple as a dictionary. I'm as contagious as a yawn and half as interesting. But I meet a lot of interesting people. I had the Dalai Lama over to dinner, but I made a social blunder. All I had to offer him in the way of food was a snow cone, and he said, "What do I need that for? I get enough of that at home." And he left. And as he walked out, his bodyguard took his scimitar and cut off my left ear. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm like the dog at the family reunion. The fewer the scraps you throw me, the more I bark. I'm the wrong hero. And if Ross Perot ever came to Edge City, I reckon them fine boys would give him the what for. Look at the little feller. His ears are just like jug handles. I'm gonna make him squeal like a pig. I'm the wrong hero. My brain is only operating on one cylinder, and it isn't even a machine. I am the wrong hero, and you are like a herd of fear-blinded cattle, sweating and bawling on your way to the slaughterhouse. I'm the wrong hero, alien comedian, and speaking your English is like as to the pie. I'm the wrong hero, and when you laugh, I feel like a father watching his babies crawl. And when you fail to laugh, I feel you must be developmentally slow. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm like the minstrel at a feast with a modern-day twist. I want 50% of the food up front because my eyes are as clear and as bright as the eyes of an eager hog whose gaze is inalterably fixed upon an over-brimming slop bucket. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm as angry as a mid-level corporate executive who's been fired for sexual harassment and who didn't even get his golden parachute. I'm the wrong hero. I'm the soap that washes your brain, which is full of filthy lies, and replaces them with clean lies, AAA government inspected. I'm the wrong hero, and Edge City is not the Garden of Allah, more like a 99-cent bonsai tree. I'm the wrong hero with this bit of proverbial advice. 2 policemen and 2 crooks make a violent action-adventure cop buddy flick with lots of car crashes and gratuitous sex and violence. At least so I've always been led to believe. I'm working on a movie. It's called The Smart Bomb versus the Dumb Dumb Bullet. The smart bomb thought he was pretty smart until he met up with a bullet who was no dum-dum. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm as fit as a sick horse with a mouthful of applesauce. And I don't want your herbal teas. Herbal teas? You call that tea? Where's the brain punch? I'm the wrong hero, and the reason I'm appearing before you is I was sick of looking at the dull bars of my self-imprisonment, so I polished them up a little. And here they are. I'm the wrong hero, and I like the daytime because it doesn't try to hide nothing. Nighttime? What are you trying to hide from me? Nothing? I'm the wrong hero, and I'm not a liberated man, but I hope someday to be a liberated spirit. I'm the wrong hero, and I am a prophet crying in the wilderness because I stubbed my toe and it hurts. I'm the not. Yes, yeah, no. Ignore that alien communique. I'm the wrong hero. I'm not thrifty. It's just that I'm the son of a beggar, and I guess it runs in the family. The question is, are you another human? Are you sure now? Okay. I'm the wrong hero, and people ask, wrong hero, are you ever happy? And I say, yes. And when I'm happy, I shine like a satisfied mole. Because I'm the wrong hero. I'm as insidious as the aroma of puppy shit. And I'm against fashions that make women look like Pez dispensers. I'm the wrong hero. You may regard me as a toad at the bottom of a well, but but I have a jewel in the middle of my forehead. But you'll have to descend down to my level to get it. I'm the wrong hero, and when I perform music, I don't need a metronome because I've got tinnitus. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm so mean, I make the serving girl whistle when she's serving me breakfast so she don't eat the cranberries out of my cranberry muffins. Cause I'm the wrong hero, and I'm like the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I'm always in an uproar over nothing. And now I'd like to unveil my newest ice cream flavor. Boiled veal. I'm the wrong hero, and I was going to use this time to give you my creed of conviction. But I'll pass. Because I'm the wrong hero. I ain't complicated. Shucks, I'm just as plain as ZYX. I'm the wrong hero, world's most intelligent comedian. And yet, I'm like a cab driver in Venice, Italy. Nobody requires my services. I'm the wrong hero. With this editorial message. People who call their dogs Prince really get my goat. And I'm not kidding. I mean, isn't this an awful lot like slave masters referring to their slaves as Caesar? If you must call your dog Prince, call him Machiavelli. I'm the wrong hero. And I know this. You can't get famous without publicity. But you can't get publicity unless you're famous. It's a franchise. Because you know, being a comedian, a good comedian, is like being an undercover cop. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you anymore. I'm the wrong hero, and I believe God is wish fulfillment. I hope. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm a cross between a nutmeg grater and a waffle iron. Don't ask me to explain. That's just what I am. I saw into eternity. And do you want to know something? I think I'll wait until it comes out on video. Thank you very much. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm doing everything I can to show you the alternative to bogus stand-up comedy. How am I doing? I'm the wrong hero. Be sure and buy the Wrong Hero magazine. Look for the snarl and sniff insert in every issue. Because I'm the wrong hero. I'm as spiteful as fluorescent lighting. My teeth look like a stained glass window. But there's no cobwebs on my notebook. I'm the wrong hero, here with a philosophical thought. Pigs regard us as their equals, standing as they do, knee-deep in fecal slop. Remember this, I'm the wrong hero, and I'm like a beaver, a very little beaver, who's been sick lately, so he hasn't been busy. But I'm like a beaver. Your bark is no match for my bite. At this point, only a fool would continue. And so, I'd like to say this before I have to leave once more. Only half of my jokes are good. The rest I call art. This is the Wrong Hero speaking to you from Edge City with this public service advisory. Nothing is more boring than a Sunday spent in Edge City. But nothing. The streets are a ghost town because there's nothing to do. And yet, Edge City is a lot like Earth. For you see, I have been to many planets, and Earth is an understudy to more ancient planets. Planets older than the wings of death. Planets which have been here since time immemorial. Ancient planets, Earth is an understudy to. Planets you know nothing about, and they plan to keep it that way until you get some sense knocked into you. I'm the Wrong Hero. I write about gold, although I have none. And my next book will be about genius. Because I'm like a tongue-tied parrot. And consider this. If you don't consider this humor, consider this. It's humor in disguise. I'm the Wrong Hero, leaving you with this word. I intend to keep having the same old new ideas.
I'm the Wrong Hero. Welcome to the the grads and dads sale. When I look at this, I see not grads and dads, a vulgar expression which turns my cultivated stomach. I see not grads and dads, I see degradation! Not grads and dads, degradation! The very idea that stupid old dad is obsolete once his cubs, his progeny, his spawn graduate from an accredited 4-year institution. Dad doesn't get to celebrate if it's just a lousy 2-year college or high school equivalency or diploma gotten off of a matchbook while in prison. Only an accredited 4-year university. How's come they don't have a university called the University of Useful Stuff? It would teach you how to pay your bills on time, how to make your employer think that you're his slave instead of merely his indentured servant. The University of Useful Stuff. Hi, I'm the Wrong Hero. And I haven't finished yet with the grads and dads sale. if they were selling grads and dads on the open market, how much do you suppose you could buy one for? I'll have that grad for $50. He's young and spunky and in good physical condition, considering his sedentary lifestyle for the past 4 years.
But 50 cents for stupid old dad, that's right, with his whiskery chin and he doesn't even bother to shave and his awful stench of aftershave cologne.
He's just a superannuated old workhouse. Time to
Send him to the glue factory! He's fit only for slaughter. I'll revise my estimate.
25 cents for stupid old dad. Of course, this sale has passed, and so grads and dads. Let's put it back together now.
Piss and grub. Dista. Lace.
I like that better. Gee, now it's ARG! Delicatessen! As L. Makes a strange sort of sense that grads and dads sale does not. I'm the wrong hero. I will return shortly. But first, a musical guest.
One joke that I wrote down, which is I just read in the Globe today that the Cambodian government is negotiating with the Khmer Rouge. So I was just thinking, like, how do you negotiate? How does the Khmer Rouge negotiate? So it's like, okay, we won't shoot people in hospitals anymore, but it's still the year zero. We're not going to compromise on that issue. And now it's time to introduce the guy who, oh, now it starts, okay. Now I want to introduce the guy who basically doesn't really want you around. And it's, no one is really sure why he invites people to come and see him, even though he doesn't really want them there. And I was going to do an impression of him, but I don't have anything around to break. Does anybody have like a stick or something I can break? What's this? Can I break this thing?
Break that thing.
Is this yours?
No, don't break that.
What, this?
Yeah, that. Try to tear it now.
Is it yours?
Yeah, tear it now. Hold it up first. Make sure people see what it is.
Okay, I'm not going to break it. But...
That is the most piss-poor impression of me I've ever seen.
Wait.
Bewildered. Wait a minute. This is how you do the wrong hero. What's this? Elbow Beach Surf Club Pageant Bermuda? Get your elbows off the table! That was pretty pathetic too. It's hard to rip because it's coated with PCBs.
No. But this is my impression of you. It's basically, I'm better than you, and,
That's true. And I have my lines memorized.
I'm better than you, I'm the wrong hero. I'm the wrong hero.
Thank you, that was Steve Iskowitz. But now, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm going to be nice and gentle. I'm going to give you all sorts of free stuff. Stuff you can use. That's right, because I love you. I love you all. Here you go, little lady. A free coupon for the Chicken Power Restaurant. That's right, it's a bunch of cars that run on chicken power. And well, you know how that is. They won a Pulitzer Prize for their Pulitzer Prize. Where's my hat? Give me my hat. Don't make me come down here because I'm kind and gentle and full of wisdom, just the way you like it. I'm so sickeningly cute and sweet that I'm going to convince you that I am harmless and, in fact, feeble. Here you go, Chief. Sterling Cleaners. You can use it. You got some dirty, filthy lucre in your pocket. They can clean your sterling for you. Oh, any veterans here? We have a coupon for veteran cleaners. Are you sick of that filthy old veteran hanging around the house, refusing to get a job, claiming post-traumatic stress syndrome? Well, at Veteran Cleaners, we'll brainwash him all over again. Instead of being a mindless army cretin, he'll be a productive citizen, one who, every time he sees a truck, does not have the urge to blow it up with a bazooka, only a Veteran Cleaners. Oh, and it's the Comet Car Wash. Anybody want it? Anybody own a car? A bicycle? A pair of shoes? Yeah, that's what I say to people who ride bicycles. Why don't you go all the way down to the third world and walk everywhere, huh? If you really, because even bicycles pollute the atmosphere. It's true. That little bit of oil that comes off of the chain when you're trying to fix the chain after it's slipped its gear, that damages the ecosystem, damn it. I don't care if it's an infinitesimal fraction of what the average car spits out in a single working day. It's still damage.
Is that what John?
In fact, even walking damages our precious biosphere. People should walk on those reverse platform shoes to mend the damage from millions of years of people walking on the ground with ordinary shoes. And now it's a free coupon for epic video. The next time you feel like appearing in an epic 2-hour video of your family reunion, remember that. Oh, and here's DC video. No matter what your sexual predilection, at DC Video, we aim to please. Try our store down the street, AC Video, for kinkier needs. And speaking of kinky needs, Greek Island Pizza. The next time you want to eat a pizza made from pieces of a Greek island, only one place will do, and that's Greek Island Pizza. Of course. And now it's a free coupon for Hot Pockets. Did you just loot a supermarket and need a place to ditch the swag? Hot Pockets is just your ticket, bud. Unless you want a one-way ticket to the Hooskow, you'll come to Hot Pockets for all your fencing needs. And now it's the Golden Goose Delicatessen. We killed the goose that laid the golden egg. And inside of it, we found a coupon good for 25 cents off on Golden Goose Helper. The Breakwaters restaurant. Our hot, spicy food is sure to make you go into labor at Breakwaters restaurant. It's Rocky Point Chowder House. An actual place. If you're looking for chowder, forget it. Rocks, that's what we serve. Sugar-flavored rocks for the kids that love dinosaurs. And now it's the boy who hated dinosaurs.
I don't want to go see Jurassic Park for the 15th time!
But why? It's all about dinosaurs.
I can't stand dinosaurs! They're a symbol of everything that's old and corrupt in American society! I want cyborgs!
Hi, I'm the Wrong Hero. The following program is insipid and in no way threatens the status quo or any of its hierarchological constructions. Hey, here's someone from HBO is here. Here's an impression. Hey, someone from HBO's in the audience. HBO? Me? They're winners. I'm a loser. HBO?
I'll do the fag at the ballpark routine. Yeah, that'll wow 'em. No, and then I know.
The Serbian genocide song. If you shell my suburbs, I will shell your suburbs to serve with love. Yeah, my socio-political bit. And now, The Wrong Hero presents the most absurd excuse in the world. I wanted to be here on time, but I tried to pay off a bribe to a policeman with a $1 bill that had 20s taped onto the front of it. What was even worse, I tried to bribe the judge with a $20 bill that had 1s taped onto it. That's this week's The Most Absurd Excuse in the World. All right, all this kineticism is tiring me, so now I'm going to do my deconstructionist impressions. The Sphinx. Cheese. A gravestone. When I die, I hope the epitaph on my grave reads, "You are standing on my chest." Because that's just the kind of guy I am. And now another post-imperialist impression. Imperialism. And now it's time for the ugly face of imperialism. The anti-cowboy and Indian shoot-'em-up western.
Say, you can't take the land from them Injuns. What the hell you think you're doing, you owl hoot?
But I only represent the American need to expropriate everything in its path in order to fulfill manifest destiny.
Well, now, them Injuns was here first and they got a title deed to the land. You can't just up and steal it from them.
Just watch me. Primitive aborigines versus my 19th century machine-driven post-industrialist ethos? Piece of cake. And now it's time for Genocide Roundup. We've pushed them all out to the California coast. They're now squatting on Alcatraz. It's only a matter of time before our powerful Army helicopters machine gun them off the coast altogether. They'll have to swim all the way to Japan and the Bering Strait, where they initially came from. They're not even Americans. Only on Post-Imperialist Mantra Review. And now another impression, a little more lively. A candle in a heat wave. Actually, that's autism. Autism, a game that one can play. A game that one must play. You might think that I'm pretty chummy, but you know something? I just come to the conclusion that I don't have to talk to you. I addressed a crowd of 4,000. Okay, it was an anthill. So what? I think now a little music would make everybody feel better, so I'm not going to play it. I have a song, it's called Fast Food. Fast food, I'm in the mood. Fast food, it alters my mood. Fast food. Yeah, that's it. Give me some of that, yeah. I forgot the tune.
Hi! I hate those pieces to pieces. Hey, my body is in the body of a mouse, and the mouse's brain is in my cat. What's he gonna do now?
Tom and Jerry, through a hideous scientific formula, are transferred into each other's brains. Let's watch the fun. The atomic bomb is the most terrible weapon ever invented by man until the hydrogen bomb. The hydrogen bomb's so cool, it needs an atomic bomb to set it off. That's right. No ordinary stimuli unleashes the power of the hydrogen bomb. It is only the powerful atomic bomb developed by our top secret scientists during World War II in a frantic race with the Nazis. So developing countries, why stick to boring, limited tactical nuclear weapons when you can have the big H? Mr. Hydrogen. Look for the infinity logo on the side of every bomb. All right, I'd like to sing my archetypal country and western song, for which I will need no additional sound effects.
Drunk, fired, broke, single white American. That's all that I have to. My name is my name.
That's all I got so far. So sorry. Now, is the crowd a multiple personality disorder? Or is it just me? And me.
And me.
That's all the movie stars know how to do. Marlon Brando, quick, somebody get the cotton balls.
You have disgraced the family, and in order to atone for your disgrace, you will play with your grandchildren in the sunflower garden with an orange in your mouth and then keel over from a heart attack.
Well, and now it's time for Angry Guru. Angry Guru, a concept developed by the wrong hero, marketed by the wrong hero, copyright 1993, the wrong hero. Angry Guru is the story of an extremely pissed off wise man who, when given questions, responds thusly. Why do you ask such foolish questions, grasshopper? Why don't you put your great talents to work?
And get a job! I've been living on fucking rice for the last 8 days!
Which leads us into Angry Padron.
Why you ask these stupid questions? If a tree fell in the forest, do it fall on you? I tell you, I fall on you if you don't get to work!
And now, the slave driver. My boss is such a slave driver. How much of a slave driver is he? He has these two gigantic burly guys, buck naked down to the waist, beating on gigantic drums from 9 until 5. That's how much of a slave driver he is. I'm coming up with, I'm going to go to work for the Weld administration. I came up with a slogan for Bill Weld. Don't elect a soldier, elect a solder weld. And now it's time to pay a visit to Anti-Disneyland. From 1956 till 1962, Walt Disney had The Wonderful World of Disney, which he promoted and publicized through an exclusive arrangement with NBC. And now, in order to counteract years of filthy Disney propaganda, the Anti-Disney Show, starring Mickey Death, Donald Doom, and Pluto Neo.
Is that your game?
Is that my game?
So that's your game? Well, I can see right through you, Mr. Smarty Guy, Wise Guy, Smarty Pants, Wise Ass, Mr. Hey!
I'm off my track. Here. An impression. The ridge of a cat's back. This is a Zen impression, little butterflies. For truly, your lives are as evanescent as that of the famous winged creature. That's not very good, is it? Maybe you need the sound effect. I try. And now, an impression of the way I feel. A dying fly. The Wrong Hero is justly famed for his observational humor, which pokes fun, gentle fun, at the foibles of everyday life. And now, a fizzing bottle of ginger ale. Hey, it even feels like ginger ale. I know, I wanted to make that realistic and use real ginger ale, but hey, I'm on a limited budget. I could only afford water. And now it's time for the man who couldn't afford water.
All the other kids are drinking designer label water, and I gotta drink tap water!
Is nothing fair? Well, there's some families off in India who don't have water at all. They live off the hydrogen in the air, which they synthesize with the oxygen in their bodies in order to form water.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better. And 800 million people are doomed to die of thirst, Mother!
And now, a monkey in a barrel of monkeys. Whew. This is the shits. Who the hell said this is supposed to be fun? Get your elbow out of my eye. I wish they'd take me back to the laboratory. At least they'd feed me a banana pellet every now and then, and my trainer would only beat me one time a day. 8 hours of repetitive labor is beginning to look mighty cushy next to being crammed into this barrel. And such a low class of monkeys they have in this barrel. I don't mind the rhesus monkeys. They pull their weight. But those
Goddamn chimpanzees have gotta go!
they're always picking fleas off of your body, uninvited.
What am I? Am I a salad bar? Do I look like your free lunch bongo?
Forget it. Just forget it. And now, the 17-year-old dog at a family reunion, when he sees the 3-month-old infant drop a piece of food from his hand. And now, my impression of a falcon. I'm brave and resourceful. That's why I wear a mask. Or would you prefer? What sound does a falcon make? Any polo players out there? Is falconry an Olympic sport?
Look at the way he tears that mouse open. I'd give it a 9. Oh, I don't know. His technique is mighty slick, but there's nothing artistic about it. I'd give it an 8.5. Wow, look at the way he just swallows that toad. I'd give that a 10, definitely.
But it's a poisonous toad. I think he's falling out of the sky before. There he goes! Oh! Oh well. There's more where that came from. On the Falcon Olympics. Hi. I'm the Wrong Hero. I'm a non-violent hypocrite.
Do you have a problem with that?
I am not like other people. You are tame and fat. I am wild and on a diet. I'm the Wrong Hero. I'm as fickle as a newly bleached blonde. I open all of my bills with my finger. My middle finger makes me feel good. I'm the Wrong Hero. I'm a happening, waiting for an accident. Like that one. I'm the Wrong Hero. They say marijuana causes low self-esteem, but I'll bet you don't want to hear me, do you? I have such low self-esteem, every time I hear a fart, I take a bow. Maybe you should take your dinner to the other room. The rest of this routine is going to be extremely salacious. I'm so mean, that I sell roaches to midgets and tell them that they are humongous spleefs. I go into the store and the sales attendant asks me if I want paper or plastic. I reply, half of all men fantasize while having sexual intercourse. A controversial topic, to be sure. The other half are chimpanzees. They haven't developed an inhibitory forebrain, but their central cerebellums have 98% of the mass of the human brain. It's a trade-off. Everything in life is a trade-off. Do women chimpanzees worship male chimpanzees? I'd like to share my cage with you and pick fleas off of your fur, but I can't unless you're a chimpanzee I can worship, like the ones in the Tarzan movies. I'm giving up. The animals are stronger than me. I'm going to run my house to suit the cat, because the way things are going,
The cat has the fucking run of the house as it is. So why don't you just go with the whole hog? Make the bedroom into a gigantic litter box. Leave balls of cream everywhere. Put a catnip mouse in the baby's mouth.
so when Kitty finishes sucking the breath out of baby, he can have a nice little snack. A cookie is just a cookie, but a Fig Newton is a horrible swayback cookie stuffed with seedy crud that they feed the babies, and if they don't have any teeth, it gets embedded in their gums, forming an abscess.
Baby's lying there, virtually dead and blue, all because of your evil Fig Newton.
And now this word for oppression perfume. Wear oppression perfume. Only half of the humiliating degradation of other fine perfumes. Also for the men, degradation cologne. It smells like a horse collar. I knew that would get a laugh. And now, Geopolitical Products presents Anarchy Light. Only half as destabilizing as the leading brand of chaos. So the next time your country has an insurrection, don't give them anarchy, give them Anarchy Light. Sponsored by the United Nations Expeditionary Force and their evil counterpart, the Junkie Expeditionary Force.
That's right, crusading junkies
When they're not busy nodding out and scratching themselves,
parachute down behind enemy lines, supplying not foods and medicines, but vitally needed drugs, so that the brave consciousness freedom fighters of the besieged capital can ward off the inevitable by shirking their responsibilities to reality and burying themselves in a solipsistic fantasy world. The Junkie Expeditionary Force. Hey, does anybody know any common warnings, like please extinguish all smoking materials? Are there any common warnings? Yeah, shout one out. See, I'm inviting you to heckle here. Like caution, you know, Surgeon General has determined. Any warnings? Warnings?
Don't stand in front of the yellow line of bus.
All right, I'm going to make a thrash song out of Don't Stand, what is it? Don't stand beyond? Don't stand over, don't stand next to.
That's a pretty good one. That's good.
All right.
In front.
Okay. That's all I got right now. Sorry, it didn't work. I was motoring. and I saw an adorable old man driving a Cadillac car, and he had this cute bumper sticker, and it read, "Ask me about my grandchildren." I was so touched by this display of filial pride that I ran him off the road.
Because my car had a bumper sticker on that said, "My grandchildren are only 6 years old, and they drive faster than you, Grams. That's what I want to ask about."
Okay, it was a big car. And I saw another car. It had one of those baby on board stickers. Well, I got me a sticker for my car. It says, "I have no children, and my life is meaningless,
So go ahead and run me off the road.
because I don't care anymore." Before I leave you, I have some vital communiques which I would deliver in the style of Walter Winchell if anybody remembered him, but they don't, so why bother? Grade school is a hospital where they amputate your imagination. Don't send children to Scared Straight. Send them to Soothed Crooked. It's much more practical. And whenever you see your friends from college, sometimes it helps, if you haven't seen them for 20 years, to say to them, "I haven't seen my old girlfriend in 7 years.
I'm an alcoholic now, thanks to you, and I don't speak to either my mother or father."
Any other questions?" That way, you beat them to the punch. Well, I'm the wrong hero. Men have called me wise, insightful, and insane. I am all of these things, but none of them, because
Humor is paradox. Paradox is happy molecules. Happy molecules dancing inside of your head, doing the cha-cha-cha, fruging, doing the twist, doing all manner of exotic dances, doing the hula, doing the watusi, doing the limbo. Happy little molecules prancing around in your cerebellum, bouncing off against one another. That's what humor is. I have nothing more to say. However, the rest of my life will be spent in attempting to unsay the things I have said on this stage for the last 5 years. Not all Irishmen are whiskey-swilling, ether-sniffing, incomprehensible poetry-writing, clay pipe-smoking dipsomaniacs. Not all Scotchmen belong to the Freemasons and play golf and swindle their clients. I'm sorry I said these things. Not all Italians smoke crooked cigars and contract out for mafia hits. Not all Polish people are so brave and stupid that they would work in Chernobyl after it exploded. I am sorry I said these things. But you are beginning to annoy me. You make me nervous. Nervous. Evil. Evil.